So good morning everyone. I am Jericho Rabi. So I am your instructor for today. So our topic is all about the common hand tools in SMAW. So objectives at the end of the lesson, the second year SMAW students are expected to identify the common hand tools in SMAW, demonstrate the proper usage of hand tools in SMAW, and appreciate the significance of tools in every laboratory works. So for our subject matter, the title, the common hand tools, the references is shielded metal arc welding in C1, identify and select materials and tools. So materials, laptop, projector, and visual aids or PPT. First, we start to pray. Dear God, we gather here today to learn and grow. Please guide our minds and hearts as we study. Bless our teachers with wisdom and patience, and help us be good friends to one another. Amen. So let's proceed to our review the lesson. So what is welding? It is a fabrication or sculpting process that joint materials, usually materials or thermoplastics, using high heat to melt uh, parts together and allow them to cool due to fusion. So our second part is the motivation, activity, find me, direction of the activity. Each puzzle contains four images that something in common. Form a set of letters given below the pictures. Supply the missing letters to complete the words. Write your answer in your small activity notebook. So this is our activity. Define me. We have a puzzle. We have four pictures, and you need to answer it in your uh, activity notebook or your small notebook. So let's proceed. So for the lesson proper, welding tools are classified into four, namely the measuring tools, the cutting tools, the driving tools, and holding tools. So these four topics we will tackle about all about this. So let's proceed to measuring tools. Measuring tools. Okay. We have a pull push rule. A pull push rule is something that is stretched to measure long stacks and can retract by itself to a coil in a compact case. It can be used to measure long, short, and straight lengths. This tool is also useful for woodworking and metalworking to mark out the lines for cutting or other operations. So the purpose rule is a tool that used for measuring objects, like uh, like for something you do in a workshop or in a laboratory in metalworks. This is useful for welding because when we engage to welding, it has a uh, fixed alignment or a fixed measure that we need to align or we need to comply. The second one is the measuring tools for a tri-square. A tri-square is a measuring tool and marking tool used in the woodworking and metalworking to check the accuracy of right angles and to mark straight lines. So a tri-square is used for the angle of your project of your or product that you make. It it is necessary when you make a box or something product. So let's proceed to our cutting tools. So cutting tools, we have a hacksaw. Hacksaw is a hand-powered small tooth saw used for cutting metals, pipes, rods, brackets, etc. Hacksaw can also cut through plastic. The hacksaw has a U-shaped frame and a handle at one end. Hacksaw have small pins at each end of the frame that receive a blade. So hacksaw is a very useful also in our welding. Why? Because it is the main cutting tools that we need to it is the necessary tools in welding to cut the metals or to cut something that is necessary for your work. The second one is the file. It is used to cut, trim, or finish a job of metal or wood in order to give them a space according to our needs, such as making the job round, square, and angle. File is made from high carbon steel. So the files are also necessary to to fasten the metals that are being sharp. So let's proceed for the driving tools. Ballpen hammer. Ballpen hammer, also known as machinist hammer, is a type of pinning hammer used in metalworking. It has two heads, one flat and other called the pin, rounded. It is distinguished from a cross pin hammer, diagonal pin hammer, point pin hammer, or chisel pin hammer by having a hemispherical pin. So I'm not familiar of this, but it is also a tool for uh, um, welding because welding have a driving tools. The second one is the chipping hammer. It is a piece of multi-purpose equipment that you can use to break a concrete chip of a specific section from a vertical or overhead surface. Split rocks and break welded parts in cars and many other tasks. So maybe it is similar to the first one, the ballpen hammer, but this one, the chipping hammer, is a multi-purpose equipment that are being used in any uh, construction, even even if it is used to woodworking or metalworking. So let's proceed to holding tools. Holding tools, C-clamp. C-clamp is a versatile little piece of equipment that can work as an extra set of hands. You may not be aware of the options available when it comes to adding a selection of C-clamps to your workplace. C-clamp is being necessary to hold the two pieces of uh, object. It is necessary for a metal work to, to hold your object when you're cutting or something you're welding or something you need to combine the object. So the second one is that tongs are tool used primarily to grip and lift object, extending reach of the hand and serving as a substitute for handling potentially dangerous items. They are typically flat-ended, designed to pick up items without damaging them and provide an easy grip. These tongs are also necessary for metalworks, considering that metalworks has a high heat. It needs a high heat that 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 even your hands cannot touch it. Then then we need to use the tongs in order to hold it. Realization, recapping all the topics that have been discussed. So we discussed the four tools that are classified, namely the measuring tools, the cutting tools, and the driving tools, and also the holding tools. In measuring tools, we have the pull push rule and the tri-square. And also for cutting tools, we have the hacksaw and the file. Then for the driving tools, we have a ballpen hammer and the chipping hammer. And the last one, we have the holding tools. Also, we have the C-clamp and the tongs. So let's proceed for the application of this topic. So direction for the application. Divide yourselves into two groups and choose at least two hand tools in SMAW and demonstrate the appropriate usage. Present it to the class. I will give you 5 minutes to prepare and another 5 minutes to present your choosing tools. So next one, we proceed to our evaluation. Direction for the evaluation. Fill in the blank with the appropriate name of tools described in each statement below. Choose your answer from the given pool of words inside the box. Place your answer in your small activity notebook. Question number one. A tool used measure the diversion of an object or metal. Number two. It is used to hold the metal to be forged and must be held securely while working. The third one are lightweight and handheld concrete breakers that can easily position to break vertical and overheaded surfaces. The fourth one, all-purpose clamp that are generally used for all kinds of work. The fifth one is it is a cutting tools mainly used in cutting metals like plates, pipes, and bars. The sixth one, it is the instrument used to measure the square of an object. The seventh one are made of high-grade steel which are hardened and tempered. The last one, a hammer with a rounded and opposite the face. So those are the question in our evaluation. So let's proceed to our last for the assignment. Research about safety practices in welding. It is for the next topic. So that's all, everyone. Thank you for listening, and I hope you gain some knowledge about my topic, uh, common hand tools in SMAW.